Hey guys, it's Kyle with Chaotic Geeky. Just doing a first time video here. I recently got this new game in the mail from Brotherwise Games. It's called a Call to Adventure, which is backwards in my camera, so that's great. It's designed by Chris and Johnny O'Neill. See what it says here. I got a little slip. So this actually releases today on March 18th. Review to come in the future. This is just going to be an unboxing. In Call to Adventure, players compete to craft the hero with the greatest destiny. Your hero begins the game with a unique origin, motivation, and destiny, but decisions you make over the course of the game will decide whether they triumph or fail. So when they came to me and asked me if I was interested in opening and reviewing this game, I read about it, and one of my favorite parts about D&D or any other RPG is the actual story for the character as opposed to the overarching story for everything else. So in my mind, this is all the best parts of a role-playing game in one box. So we're going to open it up and see what's inside. It is 1 to 4 players. It says ages 13 and up. Typically, we find that, mileage may vary on that, as our 9-year-old seems to be playing a lot of games that are considered a little bit higher. We just make sure there's nothing inappropriate for him. One of the things that they're planning on doing with this game, which is really cool, is they've got tie-ins with specific authors. Most notably, Patrick Rothfuss did this Name of the Wind storylines, and they're going to have some expansions with his stories specifically in them. So that'll be really cool. So let's see. Get a little bit of advertisements for Boss Monster and Unearth. These guys make that. Got a rule book. Let's see. It's a really nice rule book. In my full review, we'll go into how difficult it is to actually learn the game. That's always one of the most important parts for me. Looks like we got a couple of different play boards, one for each player. What I really like here, as you can see on the board, it actually tells you what you're doing with each phase. So having that little note there so you don't have to try to remember and keep going back to the rules. Okay, alright, this is cool. We get a score sheet. I don't know why, I always like games with pads of paper in them that are specifically made so you're not just writing this down on a piece of paper. Some form of gems. We're not going tokens, so that's cool. Plastic's always better than cardboard. Alright, so we got 2 different types of cards here. It looks like these are the ones that you actually play, and based on the numbers on these guys, I'm going to assume these have something to do with actually creating the story. Again, we'll go into those later in the review. Now, this is really cool. I hate it when you get a game and it doesn't have divisions for things that, the game holds. We put away a board game the other day, and it didn't have any spot for the cards. So as soon as you unwrap them from the plastic, they just go everywhere. Or in our case, my wife used a hair tie. So this has actual individual things. Now these are really nice, and like I said, I don't really know what they're for yet because I haven't read the rules yet. But they're runes of some sort, and they feel really good in the hand. They got different symbols on them. So comes a little plastic thing. What I like here is, so that's going to hold them in place when I take this box places, because I have a feeling this is going to be like a game you take to game night, play with the people who don't really like to do the actual story of RPGs, but maybe are interested in otherwise. So that is Call to Adventure. Let's see, that's the base game. Like I said, it launches on March 18th, which is today. And it's going to be selling for $39.95. So that's actually, I mean, this is a big box. So that's you're getting a lot for your $40 there. So I will give them that, having seen inside of it. Players 2 to 4, ages 13 and up, and play time for 30-60 minutes. So let me know what you think. If you've already heard of it, maybe you're thinking about getting it and you've been waiting on it. Reviews are going to come up shortly. Probably just going to post that on the blog. Might do a video. I don't know. Depends on how well the sun does. Anyway, thanks for giving me your time. Have a good one.